I'm Ted Keys, your host and top freight agent training expert here in Southern California. This topic comes from my 30+ years of business, sales, and freight moving success. Watch, learn, and apply it. You'll move more freight efficiently, effectively, effortlessly, and make more money financially. And call me at 626-309-9141 with any questions. Now explode your business with...
Hello and welcome to my Tuesday conference call. I'm Ted Keys, your top freight agent training expert here in Pasadena, California. Today I'll show you how to move more freight efficiently, effectively, and effortlessly so you make more money financially. And after the call today, go to my website, tedkeysonline.com, to hear more of my podcasts, read more of my blog posts, watch more of my videos, and while you're there, visit my Freight Sales Success Store for top-notch freight moving products to explode your business today. And if you have any questions today, any questions regardless of what it is, or specifically, are you ready for my top producing one-on-one personal freight sales, freight broker training, then give me a call, Ted Keys. I'm at 626-309-9141. Today's training topic is, these are your freight sales prospects. These are your freight sales prospects, and more specifically, I'm going to go over with you today how or where you find your freight sales prospects to build your business, to grow your business, and to be profitable in your business. So for those of you who are on my email contact list, go to any one of those email invites that I sent you today. Scroll down to the bottom, and yes, we're going to go over those free attachments that I talk about that I provide on each and every call just by getting on my contact list. So let's talk about your freight sales prospects. Basically, where are you going to find them? I get to ask that all the time. Where do I find my leads? Where do I find prospects? Well, listen to this video over and over again, this training video, and I will show you specifically where your freight sales prospects are located. So again, go to that first attachment provided in that list of attachments down at the bottom of your email and open up that first one. And let's talk about where your freight prospects are, your freight sales prospects are located. So upon opening that first attachment, you're going to see that document titled Lead Generation Sources. Basically, this is a generic list. It's a starting point, again, for beginner and somewhat experienced freight agents where you can actually find your freight prospects. Let's go over this list one by one here of these so-called lead generation sources specifically for your freight sales business. The first type of lead that you'll generate is going to come from your acquaintances and your friends. Talk to anybody that you know, ask them where they work. There's a high probability if they work for some type of manufacturing or warehouse firm that firm requires shipping services. What do you do then? Ask them who their shipping decision maker is, their shipping manager, the freight manager, the transportation manager. That is a direct referral right in there. When you call those folks, all you have to do is say, hey, my cousin, my brother, my sister referred me to you. I'm Ted, I'm with Logistic Dynamics. This is what we provide. So again, first sample are acquaintances and friends. Second sample, hold on here, folks. The second sample is just stop in or drive by companies. There's a high probability that you live in a town. Well, typically in every town there is a manufacturing or an industrial area in that town. All you have to do is drive by those companies, the ones that have a loading dock, write down their information, give them a call. So stop by or drive in companies. The third one is, it's similar to the first one, and that is referral from others. Now, as you get better and better at this profession, you're going to ask your current customers and some of your prospects, hey, can you refer me? Who else do you know that requires fantastic service, the same service that I'm providing for you? But again, that's when you get more into the process. But referrals from other customers and prospects is always a good lead option. The fourth prospect. Now, these examples here are for those that actually have experience and they've picked up a few loads already, or you're already into the process. So the fourth one is the companies that you've picked up from. Every load that you do, specifically look at the company that you picked up from. If that's your customer, obviously that will not be a lead for you. However, if your customer had you pick up from this company, that's a lead for you. Your fifth lead sample is the companies where your loads are being shipped to. So again, companies that your load is being picked up from, company where your load is being shipped to. Those are all lead generation sources there. And it's so great because when you contact these folks and you may find yourself struggling to get in there, all you have to say is, hey, I'm calling about the load that I picked up from at your company, or the load that I delivered to from your company. Who is your shipping manager? Real nice, easy in after you've done a load like that. Next sample is the companies in the same industry that you're specializing in the future. So companies in the same industry. Hey, if you've done one load already, you've got experience moving that load already. Find out who their competitors are, or other companies that are in the same type of industry. The next one is whenever you're dispatching, always talk to the drivers. Always talk to the drivers that are picking up your load. If there's one thing that drivers require, most of them anyway, is attention. They're looking for folks to talk to. One of the greatest sources of leads is by talking to drivers. Just ask them, hey, after you've dispatched them for your load, just ask them, hey, where did you come from? What company did you just ship to? Oh, really? Where did you pick up that load? After they tell you, there's your lane, it picked up here and it dropped off there. It couldn't be any easier than that. And most drivers are willing to give you this information. Now, you're not extracting anything, or you're not being unethical. You're just communicating with your driver. And again, show them how appreciative you are by being as descriptive as you can with your own load, and just tell them, thank you, thank you, thank you, after they've given you the information. Another great source, another great lead source is companies' information on packaging labels. Go into any food store, pick up any product. There's a high probability that on their packaging label, it shows you where that product came from. I mean, specifically, the name of the manufacturer, where they're located. All you have to do is call them, get through to the shipping decision maker and say, hey, I enjoy your puppy products that I purchased at Vons or Ralph's. Those are two grocery stores here in Southern California. So packaging labels on products in any type of store that you go into. Every product, almost every product has a packaging label on it. Another way is when you bring in a new customer, and they fill out that company profile sheet. A lot of them provide you with their company sheet. It's a company sheet. It's more of a credit sheet. They list who their credit references are. When they provide that to you, and again, they don't do this every time, but when they do, that's the first thing you zone in are. What references did they list on there? I mean, it could be references that they buy from, references that they sell to. Either way, those are lead generation sources for you. The last one, good old cold calls, internet searches. Again, these are the things that you have to do. You have to do this when you're just starting off building your foundation. I left that for last, but it is a lead generation source for you. However, I've given you enough ammo here. I've given you enough ammo here to really dig in with these meaty customers here before you even call. But in order to start your process, in order to start building your foundation, you have to make cold calls. It's just that simple. Another great source is thomasnet.com. thomasnet.com. This lists a number of manufacturers. Again, some of these, there's a number, there are other sources like this, but thomasnet.com is a great source for shipping decision makers and generating leads for your business. So those are lead generation sources. It's a generic list, but it's enough to get you going, get up off the ground, start building your foundation, lead after lead after lead. Again, your main goal is to take those leads and put them into your contact list. Lead generation sources, these are where your freight sales prospects initially are located. As you get better at this profession, you're going to find an infinite amount of sources where you can get leads, companies that you can go to just because you did this or you did that. However, you won't find that out until you get into the process. And yes, to start off, we have to make our cold calls. Okay, that's just the way it is. Internet searches are a great way to do that. Let's talk about what you do after you've generated those leads. And basically, I'm going to talk to you about my recipe for success. Now, if you've watched a number of my videos, you're going to see that I go over this time and time again. However, it is my recipe for success. This is what you do after you've generated the lead, and it's basically the sales system that you follow. Again, I've gone over this in many other videos. Feel free to look at my YouTube channel to find out where they are. But this is the true system that gets you going and it keeps you growing. Open up that next attachment titled Recipe for Success. Let me just start out with a fact. Again, that fact is your customers, whoever you bring in and sign up and move their freight with, your customers, those valued customers will eventually leave you, and I guarantee it. Now, based on that, below is a description of how to succeed with the leads that you have and the leads that you're going to generate in the future. Here specifically is your recipe for success again. Here's what you're going to do. Daily, you're going to obtain 3+ emails. You're going to get 3+ emails and phone numbers from the marketplace. Again, 3+. 3 is your minimum. What does that calculate over the course of a week? It calculates to 15+ over the course of a week. What are you going to do with those leads? Well, you're going to take those and you're going to add them to your email contact list. Again, this is a contact list that has 0 when you start, but every day you're going to add 3 minimum every single day. As you add those every single day, those contacts are going to build. Okay, and I'll get into other trainings as far as how you talk to those contacts and your prospects. But here's the simple sales system after you generate your lead. So, what are you going to do after you do that? You're going to communicate with your contact list. Okay, you're going to actually talk to your contact list. You're going to email them weekly. And also call them. Now, my minimum on that, my general rule of thumb is your prospects will get 1 contact a week. They're going to get 1 touch. You're going to touch them either by an email or by a phone call. One of the greatest emails that you can do that with is the weekly email that I send you. Again, I say this specifically when you're a member of our freight sales team. If you're just watching this video out of the blue, you will not receive that email. Why? Because you're not a member of our freight sales team. You only get that when you're a member of our freight sales team. However, you're going to take that email, you're going to configure it to your personality, and you're going to send it out to every single contact you have. That's one form of touching. Another thing you're going to do is you're going to call, as you build up this list, you're going to call a minimum of 10 prospects a day. Who are they? It's up to you. You decide who those prospects are, but you're going to make a minimum of 10 calls. Again, this is for folks that are already on your list. What's going to happen? What's going to happen as you do this? You will have more loads moving. It's that simple. It's that simple. That is the most basic recipe for success that I can give you. Not only that, it works. Take it and apply it. Let's move on to that third attachment and talk about my recipe for failure. Now, again, I condone this. You're my recipe for success. The third attachment is my recipe for failure. I don't condone this, but I'm going to go over it anyway. I have come up with it myself, but trust me, I don't condone it. I condone my recipe for success, but here's what's going to happen if you follow this recipe for failure. Now, I'm going to start again by saying your customers will eventually leave you. And again, I guarantee that. When will they leave you? I don't know. Could be this week, this month, this year, but they will eventually leave you. That's a guarantee. Now, knowing this, here's a description of why you'll fail. Again, why you'll fail if you don't follow my recipe for success and you follow this recipe for failure, okay? So, if you don't obtain new emails, like minimum 3 new emails and phone numbers a day, if you don't obtain those, okay? If you don't bring in new customers regularly, all right? If you don't if you don't continually build and add on to your contact list, all right? This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen, specifically what's going to happen. You're going to coast or rest on your laurels, all right? If you only service the current customers that you have, if you believe that those customers will remain loyal, if you don't call anybody on your remaining contact list, or if you don't send out, if you don't even email them, here's what's going to happen. You're going to have fewer no loads moving. You're going to have no growth. You're going to have unpaid bills piling up, and that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen when you follow that recipe for success. It's that simple. So you have a choice. You can follow that recipe for success, follow the recipe for failure. This is my recipe. This is what happens if you don't follow this recipe. It's your choice. You have the choice. You follow which one you have. Again, this is my recipe. I highly recommend that you follow this recipe right here, my recipe for success. Great topic today. I can't express how important it is that you take those lead generation sources and start there. In closing my call today, I'm going to ask you this question. Do you want to receive the free email attachments that I send out on this and every call and get on my email contact list? Then go to tedkeysonline.com/contacts and enter your contact details. Another question. Are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team? Then give me a call, Ted Keys, at 626-309-9141. Great topic today. Thank you so much for joining my Tuesday conference call today. I'll see you all again next week at the same time, 2 p.m. Pacific time and 5 p.m. Eastern time on my Tuesday conference call. For now, take care, God bless, and I'll see you all again next week. Bye-bye. When you arrive at my Freight Sales Success Store today, you'll see a host of products available there for purchase. First one you'll see available is my flagship product. That is my Freight Sales Success Guide, typically for beginner and struggling freight agents. If you're searching for that daily motivation to set goals, to achieve them, to pick up the phone daily and connect and build relationships with the marketplace, then opt for my Freight Sales Success Quotes. And if you're searching for those specific skills, and there are many skills, many individual skills required to be successful in this profession, then opt for my Freight Sales Success Skill. I highly recommend each one of these products, available for purchase today in my Freight Sales Success Store. Do you have any questions again? Do you have any questions about today's call? Or more importantly, are you ready for my top producing one-on-one personal freight sales, freight broker training? Then give me, Ted Keys, a call. I'm at 626-309-9141. Great topic for today. Take these skills, apply them. You'll be amazed at what happens to your results.